Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is John. I am one of the mad scientists here at the Edgerton Explorer Center. Today, Nicole and I are going to be doing a visual refresher course on how to properly wash your hands. So we're going to show you this two different ways. One is with a Glow Germ lotion. There is no germs in the lotions. It is meant to simulate where germs can get on your hands. And for this part of it, Nicole's going to come up and we're going to put this on her hand. She's going to rub it around so that her hands glow under the UV light. This reacts to show you where it is by the use of the UV light. And then Nicole is going to wash her hands, and we're going to see how good or poor she does at washing her hands. And then during that time, I am going to do another representation using black tempera paint on our gloves in kind of a reverse way. This is the scene way that we're going to see by rubbing around. And if you've ever been around little kids washing their hands, we're going to do some of those examples today and how people need to be able to better wash their hands. So we're going to get some of this.
Get her germed up.
There we go.
So she's going to rub that around, get it everywhere on her hands.
That was a lot.
We might need a paper towel.
Mine.
Okay.
Yeah. Bit much. It's like sunscreen. Too much sunscreen right now.
Get germs on her face.
No, not doing that. Alright. I'll see that. There.
Okay, so Deb is going to hit the light so we can see Nicole's hands glowing dark.
Alright. A little harder to see.
Let's get.
Turn the light.
Oh, there's germs on the glow light.
So I hope you can see it's coming through decently. Again, this gel is activated using the UV light. This lotion kind of simulates germs. We've done actually a project with the hospital here in town to kind of teach kids how to wash their hands, and we got our hands on some of the lotion as well. So again, you can see it's everywhere.
And one thing I'm noticing being up close to this, it's really accumulated around her fingernails.
That's what.
Yeah.
Which is why some people do, when they really wash their hands, like doctors especially, use a brush around their cuticles and their nails so that they have a better time cleaning
Like this.
their hands.
Oh yeah,
There,
it's got
there you
all
go.
up underneath my nails too.
There we go.
So we'll see how well I do when we actually go and I wash my hands.
So we're going to switch gears a little bit. Nicole's going to go wash her hands. We'll see how well she does. And in that time,
Do I need to go watch?
no, we're gonna do this part of the demo.
Okay.
We're going to do a reverse representation. So I have black tempera paint. I'm going to put it on my hand as if it is a large amount of soap. And so when we have that, I'm going to do the standard like little kids do, and they rub their hands together with the soap and then they wash. Now, I did a good job of getting the palms of my hand clean, not really my thumbs, not between my fingers, not the back of my hand, but we have some cleaning going on. So one other thing they say is make sure you put your fingers together to get between your fingers. So we did palms, fingers together. Still better, thumbs are still purple because my purple gloves got a little bit on the back side of my hands, but not the whole thing. So the other thing we need to do is we need to make sure we go and do the back side of our hands. So we rub the other one, and then we're doing the back side of our hands. Now, you can see pretty well that the back side of my hands are covered, the front side of my hands are covered, but we're still missing a lot on our thumbs. I notice I'm missing a little here on the finger, so I'm gonna You can take your fingers and you rub them in the palm of your hands.
Hi, Liam, and hi, Reed.
You
Make
got
sure
that?
you guys do a good job of washing your hands.
But the biggest thing is we miss is our thumbs. And so we want to take and go around and around our thumbs so that we have our whole hand covered in paint. Now I didn't get too close to my wrist because I don't want black tempera paint on my wrist, but we can get a little closer. We run our palms when we're doing our palms together. So we have the sides, the thumbs, between our fingers, and then of course the back and forth movement we're all really familiar with is getting the palms and the fingerprints of our fingers done. So to go over it one more time, we want to rub them together, go between our fingers. We want to get the tops of our fingers. We can do that simultaneously, both sides in the palms. So that gets here. Then we go across the back and the side of the palm. And then we finish off by doing our thumbs around and around our thumbs. And then we've gotten our whole hands clean with
So
soap and water.
our blue gloves have now turned black.
Yep. So we got it everywhere. So make sure we're getting all the surfaces of our hands when we're washing our hands. Okay, well, Nicole is back. We'll see if she used that method or not.
How good she washed.
I'm going to give you a hint. I did the poor version of what most people do. So,
Okay.
see if we can turn that. And so it's lightened. Unfortunately, you can't, but you can see I did not get my cuticles well at all. I'm sure it's still underneath my nails at least a little bit. Like I said, I didn't do a really, really good job.
On purpose.
Here, I'll
On
hold this.
purpose.
You put both. I got this.
You got this?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see I didn't get all the way down to my wrists where I did apply it, so it's obviously a more white there. Again, you see it all cut up in the cuticles of my nails. I can't see too much underneath my fingernails, so apparently I didn't do too bad of a job under there. There's still a little bit.
Around
But-
your nails is probably.
So this is the part that people forget about, is right here. That's where germs like to hang out as well, is right up there in the cuticles. Also, because I have a little bit longer nails, sometimes we forget when we have longer nails, germs also like to hang out underneath there. So you gotta make sure you like kind of scratch your nails on your hands to make sure you get everything out from underneath there as well. So, should I go wash my hands one more time?
So now maybe you soap? No.
I did use soap.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because soap is important.
Yes.
Now, does hot water or cold water make a difference?
Now, see, I've been told since I was little that warm water is better. But I kind of did a little bit of research on the CDC website, and they said warm or cold works. So
I think why people like warm water, first off, it feels better, but secondly, it helps the soap to activate a little bit more, get more sudsy. Where that's the way soaps are designed to be used as opposed to just cold water. But
All right, what we're kind of looking at here too is Nicole's fingernails have designs on them, so that's not the germ lotion. That's
No.
just some design. So
Look,
what you're seeing there
it's
is
right down here. You can see it on the sides of the cuticles here where the stuff is. There's also still a little bit here. I did not.
and I see up on your wrist.
Yeah, the wrist is really bad.
Yeah.
I did not get up there at all.
Okay.
So, I think I'm gonna go wash my hands one more time, do a better job, and we'll see how that turns out. What they can talk about while I go do that is maybe when the best times or when we should be washing our hands, and sometimes we don't think about it. So, hold on, lights.
So with washing our hands, we want to make sure that we are doing it whenever we use the restroom. That's important because unfortunately bodily fluids contain more bacterias, particularly bad bacteria sometimes, that can be contaminated then. So making sure you're washing your hands after you use the restroom, before you're preparing food, that's a big thing. when you are going to be doing something that requires you to touch your face or mouth, lips, things like that. So maybe applying face lotions or makeups and things like that when you're working around your eyes is especially important. And then touching other surfaces like your kitchen counters and tables, making sure you have clean hands are really important then, so that those germs don't have a chance to live on that bacteria and whatever soil material that you may be bringing in, especially now with people working out in the yard and things like that. Because there's microorganisms that live naturally in the ground, which are not inherently bad, but they're not meant to be on our counters or our surfaces in the house. So being able to wash our hands when we do that, taking care of little ones is important when we're doing that as well.
I have a question. I know everybody's talking about the hand sanitizer and using hand sanitizer. Now, that would work at times, but nothing takes the place of regular soap and water, right?
Right. I've been told that truly you should be only using hand sanitizer when soap and water are not available. Not regularly, like say if you leave a store and you want to sanitize your hands before driving home or something like that, where you don't have a chance to wash your hands. Some people also say, I've heard, I don't know how factual it is, but you should only use the hand sanitizer back to back up to 2 times. So if you feel like you need to use hand sanitizer a 3rd time because you've done something, you should go wash your hands instead. And at home, we should be washing our hands anyway, because you have access to soap and water at home instead of using a bunch of alcohol on your skin, because unfortunately alcohol can dry things out. That's why hand sanitizer does have aloe in it, to try and moisturize at the same time. So Nicole, do we
All right.
see our last attempt?
Okay.
Yep. All right, here we go. Whoop. Okay, so I had a lot of the lotion on, so my hands are still like a faint tinge of white, but looks like I actually got my cuticles really well this time.
Mm-hmm.
And again, not much under my nails, in between my fingers. Yeah.
You did a good job.
All right, awesome. And the reason we use soap is because it actually latches onto the dirt and oil molecules that are on our hands, and then obviously holds onto them, and then it rinses off with the water. So I wash for over 20 seconds at minimum of rubbing that soap into our hands.
What's a good little saying when you're washing your hands? I know a lot of people talk about different things.
So you can sing like happy birthday or ABCs. You need something that takes, 20 seconds at minimum. Or if you just have a song that's stuck in your head, sing it. Or if you want to count to 20, go for it. Either way, I guess works. But I had a chance to talk to a nurse at our school here, and she said ABCs is a really easy way to make sure you're doing the...
And does that count for schoolwork then?
Well, depends on where you're at in school, I guess, but at least you know your ABCs if you get all the way through. So...
We just wanted to give you guys a little refresher today in our hand washing abilities, keeping us all safe. And it's not just during this time of concern with the COVID-19 virus around. It's a good practice for every day, all the time, especially when there is more chances like cold and flu season and things like that. But you should be doing it on the regular, whenever you use the restroom, whenever you're preparing food. Those are the big ones, so that you're staying safe and healthy.
Absolutely. Well then.
Join us on Wednesday. We'll have another demonstration then.
Any hints?
Prepare to get messy. How's that?
That works.
And we will put out
We will put out a recipe list tomorrow, so that you guys can hopefully make it along with us on Wednesday. We're going to be doing kind of 2 different recipes here that you guys can hopefully make at home. So again, Wednesday at 2. Other than that,
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on Wednesday.